What's up everyone, welcome to Play Infinite again. You're here for some more Samsung Galaxy S3 coverage. This is kind of like a breaking news coverage for you guys today. And this doesn't necessarily go towards a Canadian residents, it also goes towards North American people in general, because this is kind of like a generic thing, but this news was announced officially for Canada, but it's going to be very closely related to the US launch. So let me actually stop talking and get down to some details which you probably want to know. So earlier today, which is May 30th, 2012, earlier today, some Canadian one of my carriers actually leaked information about the Samsung Galaxy S3. So I think it was TELUS and Videotron that first started leaking it, and then it just got crazy. So it all happened in a day's period, and carriers started leaking that it will launch on June 20th. Again, this supports my previous video. Again, I make a lot of Galaxy S3 videos here at Play Infinite, and if you saw my previous video, I talked about it being leaked from Best Buy for June 20th, and this definitely supports that. So it looks like I was right, or that rumor was right. And yeah, so TELUS and other carriers started leaking that it's going to be coming out June 20th, 2012. And it's going to have a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz chip for LTE models. So this kind of shows that a lot of things actually. So let me break it down for you guys, get all the details for you first. So initially it was leaked out, it was 1.5 gigahertz. That's all fine and good, but the thing is that it's LTE, and if you notice that the UK and the Europe model and stuff like that, they don't really have LTE. They're not using the LTE bands and waves and networks and stuff. They're just going for standard. I think it's like 3G or HSPA plus or something. So that's that. But the thing is, they're getting a quad-core Exynos processor, and now we finally know that North American models, Canadian, US, is getting a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz chip. So let me go over all the details, because I even have Samsung's official statement, which Samsung officially just revealed this, by the way. So let me go over the details. So also, one more thing I want to say before that is that the carriers, all these carriers, I think Rogers, Best Buy, Rogers, Bell, TELUS, Videotron, all these carriers will be releasing the Galaxy S3 for $160 on a 3-year contract for the 16 gigabyte version, $210 for the 32 gigabyte model. So that's basically that. And I think Bell and Rogers are more, I think it's like a 3-year contract or something like that. Anyways, let's move on to some official details which have been released by Samsung directly. So Samsung has just came out, again on the same day, on May 30th, 2012, Samsung has just came out and revealed that the Galaxy S3 in North America and Canada will have a Snapdragon S4 processor inside. The best part about this thing is that it will have 2 gigabytes of RAM, just like I believe the Japanese version. So I really love this. It's definitely cool, because unfortunately I pre-ordered from UK, so I have like non-LTE. However, I have the Exynos 4 quad processor, but still the Snapdragon S4 is no slouch either. So yeah, so that's let me talk about Snapdragon S4. First of all, it is dual core, but many people think just because of the number, like 4 versus 2 cores, it's dual core is automatically bad. It's not necessarily like that. There's a lot of examples where dual core beats out quad core in many cases. So you guys shouldn't really think like that. And even this is a 1.5 gigahertz dual core, and it's a Snapdragon S4. So this is an amazing processor. It's one of the best dual core processors right now out in the market, and that's why Samsung even decided to choose this. So on top of that, it's going to have 2 gigabytes of RAM, which definitely is going to boost its performance, keep it up to par with the quad core version, maybe even exceed it. I don't know. We're going to have to wait until we get our hands on this device. So in the future, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays down, because 2 gigabytes of RAM, that's a lot of RAM for a smartphone. Of course, they're trying to keep it fair with the UK version, but at the same time, they're including LTE, and this is all official. So Samsung also announced that the LTE version will be available officially for Bell, Rogers, TELUS, and a handful of other regional characters. It'll go under the model name of SGH I747, and Samsung also revealed that the SGH T999 will have only 42 megabytes per second, which is HSPA plus, and this edition of the Galaxy S3 is the same thing, except only the HSPA plus difference will be available on Mobilicity, Wind Mobile, Videotron, and like other small type of carriers. And it also since it supports a 1700 megahertz 3G band. So there's no real mention of a 64 gigabyte version for Canada of the Galaxy S3, so we're gonna have to wait on that. But anyways, remember it has a micro SD card, so I don't see why people are kind of jumping onto the extra space when you can just buy a SD card. Anyway, so these are all the official details that Samsung officially announced of the Galaxy S3. We expect it to be very closely related to the US launch, for the United States launch of the Galaxy S3. I don't think Samsung will want to fragment their markets too much at launch. So definitely stay tuned for more on that. So definitely subscribe to Play Infinite if you haven't. But I know most of you guys watching this video are already subscribers of Play Infinite. So thank you for subscribing. But also stay tuned for more Galaxy S3 videos, because as soon as they reveal for the US leaks, even I'll cover it for the US. But again, like I mentioned, it's probably going to be the exact same thing. So, on top of that, my Galaxy S3 at the moment, so today's May 30th, 2012. At the moment, my Galaxy S3 is still shipping, I believe. I don't think they sent it out. I think they delayed it to May 31st or something. It was on their website. I ordered from Handtech, the white version from UK. So, it's still shipping out. I'm going to be making I already bought it, so I pre-ordered it already. So, I'm going to be making my unboxing videos, my review videos, all that good stuff on the Galaxy S3, benchmark videos, and someone even requested 2 other type of videos, CPU test videos, and one other video. I think it was camera or something like that, but I have it all listed down on a paper. I wrote it down. I have a list of Galaxy S3 videos to do, so definitely let me know what you guys wanted to see on Play Infinite about the Galaxy S3. If you want videos, you want what type of coverage you want, and I'll get to working on it as soon as possible. I'll put it on my list and start queuing it down. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to Play Infinite, don't forget to subscribe right now, and leave your comments or question down below in the comment section. I will reply to it as soon as I possibly can, and give this video a quick thumbs up if you do like it, of course. And that's basically it for this video. So just to get things straight, just to summarize everything, the Galaxy S3 will release in Canada on Canadian carriers on June 20th, 2012. It will have a dual-core 1.5 GHz Snapdragon S4 processor, as well as LTE, and it'll also feature 2 gigabytes of RAM for only the low price of $160 on a 3-year contract for the 16 gigabyte model, and $210 for the 32 gigabyte model. So that's basically a summary of what I said, but of course I had all my opinions listed out in this video. So thank you for watching this video finally, and don't forget to subscribe to Play Infinite for more coverage on the Samsung Galaxy S3.